Fans, welcome back. Jason Anderson alongside Roll Alexander here at Jim Moore's Digital 199 KFTY Channel 50. And now rolling, one of your favorite guys is going to be taking on Vennis DeMarco. Here he is, Steve Stamp.
Yeah, well, Steve Stamp's not one of my favorite guys. This Randy Orton wannabe, my gosh, but he competes. Every time he gets in the ring, he competes.
He does, and he seems to improve bit by bit every time we see him, and he does definitely improve on taunting the fans whenever he comes to the ring. Look at him jabbing with this kid right now, Roland. This kid's probably about 9-10 years old.
Unbelievable. And I can't stand the fact that this guy is not himself, and he's trying to imitate Randy Orton. There's only one Randy Orton.
Well, imitation is the sincere form of flattery, Roland.
Well, yes, it is, but this guy carries the ego that Derek Sanders carries.
Steve Stamp.
Hey, look, he wants the referee, and the referee is by no means, he's an impartial official. He's getting the ring announcer. Okay.
Johnny Legay
opening the ropes.
For holding the ropes for Steve Stamp. Now, I can understand you doing this if you're the champion, like Ric Flair used to have guys do, but when you're not the champion, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. And speaking of people that aren't a fan of, for a long time, the APW crowd did not really love seeing this man in action. They loved to boo him. Vennis DeMarco turning a corner, Roland.
And I think now that he's got the fans behind him, he seems to have a little bit more personality to his game.
This sudden change in attitude in Vennis DeMarco has really been paying off. He's been performing better in the ring. He seems to be patching things up with Mr. Wrestling 4. But again, both those men have a common enemy in Larry Blackwell, and here comes Vennis DeMarco.
He seems focused now, Jason, very focused on all his matches.
Seems like he has much more energy, a little spring in his step,
and the fans are getting behind him. How do you like that? Hard to believe. I mean, I thought the crowd might be split, but they're totally behind him.
Did you ever think, Roland, seeing Vennis DeMarco, you've been here forever, you're the owner, everybody knows, you've seen Vennis when he came through. Do you ever think the fans would ever get behind Vennis like this?
Never thought so.
Oh, look at this, Roland.
Cheap shot, huh?
What? Going hockey player style, pulling the jacket over Vennis right now, Steve Stamp, trying to get that edge before the bell even rings.
And you can see Vennis is trying to get that jacket away from him so he can see.
Steve Stamp really taking the advantage here before the match even starts, staying right on top of Vennis DeMarco. Nice drop toe hold there. Nice energy here by Steve Stamp.
He's attacking him. He's not being passive.
1, 2. Nope, doesn't get the 3 count there. Nice elbow to the back of the head there by Steve Stamp. But look at Vennis DeMarco fighting back. Steve Stamp staying right on top of him. Grinding his eyes, raking him up against the ropes here.
Steve Stamp, unbelievable. Hey, do you know, is that Randy Orton's tattoo on the back of him? Or?
It kind of resembles Orton's tattoo. Nice clothesline there by Stamp.
This guy really needs to focus more on wrestling.
Stamp staying right on top of Vennis DeMarco.
There's a Randy Orton. That was a Randy Orton move, wasn't it?
Maybe. 1, 2. I think he's really trying to take a big page out of Legacy's book right now. I see DiBiase do that a lot. Steve Stamp, again, playing to the crowd. Vennis trying to fight back here.
Yeah, well, while he was communicating with the crowd, Vennis gave him one good one to the bread basket.
And Stamp, nice blows to the midsection there. John a little bit with the referee.
What's he upset about? The referee's supposed to count when you're in the corner.
Now Stamp grabbing the hair of Vennis DeMarco. Getting ready to whip him off the ropes here. Vennis ducks underneath that clothesline. Oh! The elbow hit Stamp right in the knee. Vennis came off the ropes there.
He didn't come off him very well. I think he was trying to hit him in the chest or the chin with an elbow, but he kind of slipped when doing. That's the risk you take when you try to do some high-risk kind of maneuvers, but he did end up injuring him in the knee. See, he's still shaking that left knee.
Stamp came back from a nice clothesline. Stamp's doing pretty good here, Roland. You got to admit.
He's been holding his own. He's actually got a bigger percentage of the match than Vennis has had.
I think Stamp took a little too long for that cover there. Only got the 2 count.
God, that just sickens me every time I see him pull a Randy Orton, a great wrestler that Randy Orton. Now, what's he doing now? Is he dancing? What's he doing?
Shucking and jiving there. Drives the knee right down on Vennis DeMarco. 1, 2.
What an ego this guy has. I mean, I can see Derek Sanders. I'm not big on egos, but at least Derek Sanders has something that he can ego about. But this Steve Stamp kid, he doesn't have anything to be egoing about. And dancing in the middle of the ring?
Stamp definitely playing to the crowd here. They're letting him have it, not in a good way. Vennis DeMarco climbing back up.
And you know what? He's got Vennis hurt here.
He does. He's staying right on top of Vennis. Vennis, again, nice shot to the midsection. But Stamp right on top of him. Stamp doing a good job containing the veteran here.
He's staying on top of him. That's the key. He's not giving him any air. He's not giving him any air whatsoever. He's staying on top of him.
Stamp driving that shoulder into the midsection of Vennis DeMarco. And nice boot to the back of the head. I don't know if Stamp is going to want to keep doing this, Roland, playing to the crowd while Vennis is down. He was doing a good job staying right on top, and he's taking a little too long getting to the top rope here. Let's see what Stamp's got. Oh, look at that double axe handle, but Vennis hits him in the midsection, and now Vennis is right on top of Stamp.
Oh, he got him up there real high on that flying hip toss. Now an arm drag. Oh.
Vennis seems to have the momentum now. Vennis throwing Stamp off the ropes. Vennis DeMarco reeling Roland.
Yes, he's got him going pretty good. And, you know, Vennis does a little dance of his own on that elbow.
Vennis only able to get the 2 count now. Roland, do you think that Larry Blackwell and Matthew Thiel are paying attention to this match right now?
I should hope so, because I think sooner or later, Vennis DeMarco and Larry Blackwell's paths are going to cross. And the same is said for Matthew Thiel.
Stamp getting the cover here. 1, 2. Vennis able to lift up the shoulder there, Roland.
He did not have his shoulders pinned down. You know, the key to pinning somebody's shoulders is to have leverage on his shoulders. And whenever you lay with your back on your opponent, you have no leverage.
Stamp signaling to the crowd. That is it. Preying on Vennis, waiting to get back up to his feet. Here comes Stamp. Oh, Vennis counters. Face bank.
He's got him.
This is it, Roland. This has got to be it. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and 3.
He got him with that space bank.
Vennis DeMarco with the victory here over Steve Stamp. You got to give the Stamp though, Roland. He put up quite the effort up against Vennis, but made one too many mistakes there, and Vennis was able to hit the face bank and get the victory.
Well, if you'd have done a little bit more wrestling instead of dancing in the ring, Steve Stamp might have gotten the victory.
Vennis DeMarco victorious here at the APW Garage. The fans loving it, Roland. And Vennis has definitely turned that corner. I think now he's got Larry Blackwell and Matthew Thiel on his mind.
He's kept the fans behind him. That's what enables him.
We'll be right back after this commercial break. We're back, fans, and our next entrant to the 2010 Young Lions Cup is Corvus.
Corvus, that's quite an addition. You know, he missed last year's Lions Cup.
That's right. He was not very happy about that. And fans, coming up next week, Mr. Wrestling 4 and Vennis DeMarco will take on Larry Blackwell and Corvus in a tag team matchup.
And Vennis will finally get his chance to get at Blackwell.
And also, Malachi puts up his APW Universal Heavyweight title against Jekyll's the Jester.